for TV, too loyal for you to beat me in 3D. Don't come at me sideways, I feed off your energy. I don't believe in luck, one day my time gon' be up. I just be persevering, hoping that the stars will line up. I got.
What's a weakness that made you stronger as an individual?
I would say a weakness that made me stronger was like coming up. I keep my inner thoughts of how I feel about something to myself. So I just don't be wanting to say nothing because I don't be wanting to hurt people's feelings and all that. But that's how it was like coming up. I keep a lot inside. But then as I got older, I realized that getting it out is actually better for you. You know, you feel better just getting it out. And I'm not talking about just things that's just bad. It could just be anything. But just having things inside that I kept inside, you know, and that's just the Jersey in me, man. We just was coming up in Jersey, you just don't run your mouth about certain things. So, but as I got older, not to say I run my mouth about everything, but what I'm saying is that I just realized speaking your mind, especially as an artist, it just goes a long way when you can speak your mind, especially through a creative way.
How do you define yourself as an artist?
I define myself as an artist that I don't like that whole cliche of saying keep it real and things like that, but I define myself as an artist that take accountability. So a lot of artists I hear, sometimes I've been in a lot of studios, I've been in a lot of sessions, and even hearing music, when you've been a writer for so long, sometimes I pick up on certain things artists might say, and in my head, I don't know, but I could just tell like it was no thought put into it. It was just said because it sounded like the right shit to say. But at the end of the day, it's like I take accountability. I wish I could be like artists that just don't have no pen, no pad. Man, I'm old school. I'll take a pen, I'll take a pad. I don't even like using my phone. I'm old school. I'll get a pen, pad, and then get upset if it ain't no pen in the studio. So I like the accountability piece of it. So I'll proofread. I'll reread something I wrote, and I'll just say, wow, like, man, I don't want to say it that way, or I don't mean it that way. So just know that this artist right here, Kice, of course, I take accountability for what I say.
When it's all said and done, and someone mentions your name, what message or impact do you want to leave?
Definitely an impact of knowing that I considered my audience, not just so much myself. An impact of knowing that. So I give an example. So one time I got this song, it's one of my older songs, it's called NIM, which is men backwards. So basically that song is about how men is the cause of a lot of things that's messed up in the world today. Women being abused, just a lot of things but nobody really takes accountability and stand up and say, hey, it's our fault, like we the ones the cause of it. So I did a show one time and I performed that song, I did it a cappella, and there was a police officer, hopefully he'll hear this, but it was a police officer in the crowd, and he said, man, when I got off stage, I haven't talked to my son in years. And he had like, his eyes was watering, and he was like, man, like I'm gonna call him. As soon as I get out that door, I'm gonna call my son just because of my song, a verse I spit a cappella on that NIM joint. So that's what I wanna be remembered for and recognized as, the artist that just was for the people, that just connected to the people spiritually too.
All right, and what's your creative process?
Damn, should I give out this secret? But creative process, so music, believe it or not, beats talk to me. Some people write their songs and then they find a beat to go to it. I don't do that. I'll listen to the beat, and energy is everything, right? So I'll hear the beat, and then wherever that beat takes me or talk to me, that's what I'll write about. Because if I could pull the energy out of a track and then take my lyrics and match them together, that's like the best of both worlds. So when I got the track for my song called Fish, I mean, I didn't know it was gonna be a song called Fish, But then when I heard the beat, the track, all I could think about was an ocean. All I could think about was just waves and the ocean. I said, okay, well, just write like you're a fish. Tonight it gets so cold out here, but I'ma flap my fin till I get old round here. I wonder what the fisherman life was like. My cousin bit the worm and he was out of sight. A shrimp just laughed, you ain't gonna see him no more. I looked down, said, that's why you on the floor. So I just wrote that whole thing like I was a fish. So that's my creative jewel. It's a couple more, but I'll just leave it at that. That's enough.
You've been in this game a long time, been writing these bars, writing lots of music. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you like, oh, I'm gonna get back in the studio, I'm gonna write out this banger. You know what I'm saying?
So there's a lot of things that keep me motivated. Music, like listening to other artists. I like Sade, I like Phil Collins, just inspired by all types of music. Besides the music, I'm inspired by, believe it or not, like I like seeing younger kids not think and they just do. I got a lot of little cousins, I got niece, nephews, and just seeing how they don't think, they just do. As much as the older generation always say the youth is going wild and things like that, you can learn a lot from the youth. Like, you know, one of my nephews, he don't think, he just do, and he's a competitive, you know, person. So shout out to Max, but he just competitive. There's no such thing as he's taking second place. So things like that motivate me. When I look at it's not about an age, it's just anybody that's just pursuing what they love and what they enjoy doing. Barbers, entrepreneurs, every day they get to talk and interact with people such as yourself that's filming, anybody that's doing something that they love doing. That's what motivates me.
Yabui, they waiting on who next.